Good evening and welcome back to Transformers Tuesday. Today is a mega stream. There's a lot of Transformers stuff to get through, so let's speed up the usual preamble and we'll jump straight over to the unboxing screen. But it's not just an unboxing, there is going to be a repair job. That's right, there's going to be some Transformers surgery live on camera, which I'll talk about in a second. First of all, good evening, Spade. Congrats on being first. Shout out to Seribot again once more. And hello, Versace. Welcome. I hope you guys are all doing well. So, what have we got in store today? Dropped it already? Yeah, but like 4 years ago is fine. No, not 4 years ago. That's a lie. Probably more like 3 years ago? Oh, man. Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming. So we'll get into that in a second. But what we have today, as you can see, we've got some Blokees model kits. We've got 3 Defender version. So they're the ones where they're like this size, with little teeny tiny Optimus Prime here, as shown here. So we've got 3 of those to do. We've got a regular sized Blokees as well. So those will come up later. I'm moving those out of the way because we're not going to do those first. The repair job is going to be FansHobby MB-15 Naval Commander. This is their version of Transformers Armada Optimus Prime, cab, and the trailer for Super Mode. And these are the pieces which have been absent, which has meant that that's why this guy has been boxed up for so long. We're going to talk about these later. These are going to be happening now, so I'll just scoot these to the side. And then, in terms of actual Transformers, we've got Alchemist Prime from the Age of the Primes line. We've got Sky-Byte from the Age of the Primes line. And we have a Universal Studios exclusive Optimus Prime. We'll talk more about them when we get to them. So I'm not doing these first either. These can also come over here to the side. If I can bloody find room for them. Who'd have thought that collecting a bunch of stuff means you're limited on space? This was a freebie from the Transformers store. It's just a little Optimus Prime plushie, half design and half like interior kind of stuff. It wasn't under the bed actually, it was on top of my wardrobe, but sure. So we're going to unbox that later as well. So yeah, I want to start with the... I don't think I streamed the unboxing of this. I remember when it arrived, I was so keen to look at it that I just I unboxed it myself on my lunch break, and it was a really hot day as well. No one's denying that, Versace. I know you've had to make your furniture out of the Lego boxes. I fucking love Transformers Armada. I was really wanting this. So I got it like day one, as soon as Kapow had it up for sale. And it arrived, and I was really happy with it. And then about a year later, I used to live in quite a small flat, and I didn't have as many glass cabinets back then, so I was cramming my Transformers wherever they would fit. And I stood him, I guess, just a little too close to the edge. There was just like a normal level of tremor as I walked past. I am not a lightweight individual. I am heavy set. It just made it wobble enough for it to just come tumbling down the and it landed on a hardwood floor from quite a height, like almost my height. So we're talking 6 feet. And the impact of that caused the waist joint here on the figure to almost like shear off. Gregory gave me back the broken pieces, so I'll be able to show you what exactly went wrong and my attempts at recovering it. But it basically ruined the combined mode, which is like the whole point of this Transformers Armada Optimus Prime. He combines with his trailer. It also compromised everything else as well. The only thing that was consistent was the trailer, but that's because it was all like packed in together. You didn't need those combining parts for it. Yeah. So yeah, here we are. I've got tools. I've got the 3D printed parts, and we've got the figure. So let's get the figure out. and we'll get started on this repair job, this long-awaited repair job. Ooh. Oh man, I left the instructions in here and everything. Cool. He also comes with a little leader 1 / spark plug. The name changes, honestly. There's no defined... It was the poor dubbing, actually. They call him leader 1 and spark plug in the cartoon. Right, get the clamshell open. So that's got this one has screws in, this one has spark plug in. And then we have the cab mode, which is fine, no problems with that. And then here's the bit that's actually got the broken section, the trailer. There we go, and that's it. There's just some plastic baggies that were there to protect it when it was fresh out of the box. There's a big old gun as well. Okay, so I should be able to get rid of this box now. I got rid of all my other Transformers boxes because they took up too much space, but this one I had to keep because it was a safe place to keep this, you know, less than perfect figure. Alright. You can already see how some bits are loose. Like, basically, all of this comes apart because that's the bit I need to put in. We'll put the cab over there. Let's get the screws out. Oh no, there's a little spark plug. Almost the size of, like, Micro Machine, maybe a little bit bigger. Not as big as, like a Hot Wheels or anything. Okay, and these have the screws to tie some things together. But I think Gregory did supply some screws as well. Stasis box, yeah, I like it. Good Transformers referencing. Alright. So Gregory did a lot of the testing using black filament. I think this is actually screwed together, isn't it? It looks like it is. So there's a lot of test pieces here, but the actual finished product is assembled. So I'll use that, which is here. We'll come to that in a second. The bit that broke and the bit that needed replacing. Oh, there's some other screws. I think those over here. Was this. And then, where's the other little bit? Where's the mushroom peg? There it is. So this section is it's basically a waist swivel. So that mushroom peg there, the oh, hang on, which way around was it meant to sit? Was it meant to sit that way? Yeah, so it was meant to sit this way. So this bit rotated on here. There we go. You can compare the two now. So this is the 3D printed bit that Gregory made for me. This is the original, and this mushroom peg down here that will slot into this bit. That just basically sheared off when it fell off the cupboard. So this is it. And what was annoying, it would have been a lot more secure if it was one solid piece, but it's not. It was split down the middle here. So these two pieces come apart. And that affected this. And then these are my attempts at fixing it. Super glue. It did not work. So then Gregory came to the rescue and did a big old 3D print. And today is the day where I'll put it all back together and see if his 3D printing was up to scratch. I'm sure it will be. It feels good and solid here. The real test is, of course, going to be when the figure is assembled. So what I need to do is unscrew or pull apart this bit, get the legs back in, put these side panels back on, and then go from there. So I also need to make sure these are facing the right way. They're on the right sides, but you can rotate these. So I want to make sure that this bit is facing the right way. They're basically going to attach like that onto the side of the things. I think what might also help is making these the combiner mode legs. There's one leg. Two leg. So you can see that that's going to go there like that. I'll tell you what, I'll use the instructions to determine the correct orientation for these. Because the last thing I want to do is put it all together, find that I've done something wrong, and break the whole thing again. FansHobby have also released a version of Transformers Armada Jetfire, who can combine with this one. I'm tempted, but God, just it's so difficult to know what to get these days because there's so many Transformers I want. Sorry, so many Transformers I would like. Ah, here we go. Right, okay, so that is the correct way. You want this kind of indent here to be facing upwards, or the flat bit facing down. That's how the instructions show it. Good. And that is on the right hand side as well. Yeah. Right hand side, left hand side, that in the middle, and these latch onto the back. These should also be separated. Sorry, I'm just getting it transformed. Like these are the unimportant bits, so. Oops. God. These are actually firing missiles. I almost just fired one. Fire the missiles! This bit just kind of sits loose, so that's on the left hand side, and I'll do the same on this one. Okay. There we go. God, so these holes go so deep. I can't. I'm sure they are screwed in. Yeah, this also might be too short a screw to get them all out. But I'll have a go. Oh, yeah. No, that's too tight. I'm going to need a different toolkit. Toolkit that I already have out, apparently. I'm either blind or stupid. Probably both. Hello, Venomane. Good evening. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Confirmed, I am blind and stupid. What's that quote? 566. A lustatorium. Is that a place to get lusty and busty? This is what I'm after. Try this one. Come on. This one's being a bit stubborn. At least 3 of them came loose. This one's being a bitch. Let me try this one again. Okay, that worked, but now this is jammed in there. There we go. Are these screws going to come out? Oh no, apparently this screw is still stuck in there. To be fair, a sci-fi comic that Space Bunny read recently had a space pirate succubus with a ship that had an orginasium. Oh my god. There we go. Sounds like something that Commander Riker would enjoy as well. Come on, either... Okay, there we go. That's now out. And there's a screw. I think only 3 screws were present in there anyway. But good. We're... Oh no, there you go. There's a 4th one. Progress. Yeah, that was it. I think only these 4 were screwed in. This one is just missing. What do I want to attach first? I think the easiest thing will be... Oh, well, I mean, it's all got to line up anyway, so... The bits on the back I will do last, definitely. So that'll have to rotate that way. Gregory cleverly machined in these screws. Or were they there anyway? Were they present in the original design? Oh yes, they were. Okay, never mind. I thought he did those himself. Alright, you need to go there. And you need to go there. Thankfully, these are attached to the... Fuck. to the original bit. So it won't affect what Gregory has put together. For fuck my life. I need like 8 arms. Okay. Then the legs. Let me bend those outwards. Change my mind. This bit will be easiest first. There we go. Because then they can just sit there like that. Okay, so far so good. Next, we put these back in here. I don't think I can get enough purchase on this piddly little screwdriver to really tighten these. But maybe I don't want them that tight anyway. As long as it all holds together, that's the main thing. We don't want to cause any undue stress to the parts. Alright, so that's great, but the real test will be like this whole section and how it reacts to putting the combiner mode body on top. But at least it's all together again, which is a good sign. So now I need to attach these onto here like so. Yeah, like that. Now, there should be some screws for those, perhaps in here. Yeah. It's these long screws. And this screw may in fact be the one that goes on the undercarriage. And these are the little blue plug pieces that they included to cover up the screw holes, which I then had to find a way to withdraw when the thing broke. So they were useless to me. Anyway, let's take that out first. Right. Got Primes rectal examination here. Yep, that fits perfectly. Right, so all 5 screws are in there now. Okay, back to what I was doing. So it's nice that these just kind of sat there. Means I can get this screwed in without having to hold it. Okay, I'll tighten these up. Oh, just realised something. Yeah, those hinges extend out and you can rotate this piece around. Okay, so I'll do that on this side as well. Hard to do when it's not attached to anything. There we go. Okay, I will take advantage of this to tighten these up. Right, that is the whole trailer slash leg assembly put back together. Like, this is all the pieces connected. Now, the real test on the 3D printed piece is the ab crunch, which kind of works as a kind of... It kind of goes like that. It's not like a rocking joint, it's like a curving joint. You can kind of see how this is angled up like that. I think Gregory did show me a video of that moving. I'm just too chicken to kind of try and force it like this. I would rather have the combined figure on top to provide that leverage, kind of let, you know, engineering and physics do the work. So let me just quickly move the tools out of the way, because I think we're done with these now. Because we're at the point where, you know, if it breaks, this is where it's going to break. I don't know if Gregory's watching. Could be biting his nails, being like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh man. Or he's cackling, thinking, yes, break! Break more! Or maybe you're all sat there thinking, old Butterfingers Bobo will break it himself. Right. So it's been a while. Ah, man. What a chunky boy. Far chunkier than the Legacy Evolution version that I've got. And there's also some quite significant differences as well. For example, this front cab section is on like a couple of chains. Which was an interesting choice. Just pulling these apart. Let's rotate it that way. I've got to put him straight into combined mode, so no individual robot mode at this time. They fold out that way, then we move these out. Fun fact, when this guy first arrived, a lot of people were complaining about, I think it was these pieces, these kind of panel sections up here, especially when you fold out this to connect there. It didn't quite align properly, and a lot of people were getting stress marks on them. A lot of people had broken combined mode fingers as well. And FansHobby were very good, and they sent out free replacement parts, so that was nice of them. Come on, you're supposed to pop out this way. There we go. And we get the combined mode head. And then that needs to... There's a handy little trick. You kind of have to rotate the head. Which way was it? You rotate the head and you basically use the chin to provide leverage on the joint that locks the shoulders into place. Here we go. Like that. Don't know. Oh, you probably didn't see anything about that. Never mind. If I do it this way, you'll see. So this bit here. Turn the head around. Chin pushes that piece out. And that means that locks into place. And then you just turn the head to face the normal way. Just Transformers things. Up like that. We'll sort the rest of the arms out in a second. These bits widen the chest, so there we go. Then these come down here. Pardon the camera nudges. They should be common at this point. And the dangly bit comes up here. Or rather... Oh, wait, no, does it have to rotate? I think it has to rotate. There we go, like that. Flatten that out. Yeah, there we go. We've almost got it, just got to do the arms now. Thankfully, these are attached to the fuck. Nice. I'd quote, you basically rotate the head and use the chin to lock the shoulders in place. Just like that. Sounds like a sex move. Jesus. A painful one. Let's get the golden handies out. Is this where they rotate? Extend, sorry. I think they do extend. Yeah, there we go. Gives him more of an elbow joint. Alright, there's one arm. Oh, you know what? It was a fucking long while ago, but I think I did stream replacing the parts that FansHobby sent out to me for this guy. And now here I am repairing him again. Oh dear. Alright. So there's the torso for the combined form. The first test is to see whether it will all click into place and hold steady. Yes, and then now will this leverage make the ab crunch? Ooh. Okay, yeah, that moved as intended, and he does not seem to be falling apart. He's a little bit front heavy. Might be able to fix that by just. I think I've just got to tilt his ankles backwards. Yeah, there we go. Waist swivel is good. The rocking joint worked. It would be interesting to see.
I needed that.
After a few times transforming him, how that 3D printed part holds up. But I don't want to take the risk of taking it apart again and having it all go wrong. Basically, this is all I wanted. I just wanted to get a consistent combined form again. Because if I can go from this to the vehicle mode, then all good. All good. So yeah, I think we're good. Thank you very much, Gregory, if you're out there. If not, I will send my thanks later and some pictures, of course. And for the occasion, I have brought out Legacy Evolution Armada Optimus Prime. So there we go. That's the two of them side by side. Let me try and angle these in the camera a bit better. They look like brothers. Brother. Oh, hang on, I missed a couple of bits. These attach thusly. Obviously, they're missing on here, but that's because they're built into the legs of the transformation. Like the film Twins, Arnold and DeVito. Right, cool. Very cool indeed. The power of 3D printing. You have witnessed it. I would like a 3D printer myself one day, but... I mean, I say that. You're like, but you have the money to buy Transformers, and it's like, yeah, of course I do. Because funnily enough, buying a Transformer is cheaper than buying a 3D printer. Oh man. Made my day, this has. Count 'em, two Armada Optimus Primes. both can now accommodate their super modes. Very happy about that. And so that's part one of this lengthy Transformer stream. Here's another test, picking them up from the body. Perfect. Yes, good. Now I've got nowhere to put him. It's alright, he'll go on the floor and I'll do the tidy up after the stream. God, he's so much heavier compared to this version. Alright. So that's that. Next, I thought we could just have a bit of fun with the Blokees. I'm going to start with the Defender version. So again, they're the little ones like this. So I got another one where Optimus Prime is included. This is one where like it's from the same line where my Optimus Prime came from. And then we've got these two little ones as well. So we have a chance of having another Optimus Prime. I hope not, but it's possible. There's a Optimus Prime 100% firepower, where he's got like a little jetpack. We've got a Megatron fully armed, who has special armor. Megatron himself. We've got Brilliant Bumblebee, Glittering Ironhide, Shattered Glass Sideswipe. That's down here. You can't really see these very well. I apologise. I can't really show it any clearer than that. You get vehicle modes. You've got Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Scavenger, and Thundercracker. And then at the bottom there, you've got a different Optimus Prime, Megatron, Thundercracker, Prowl, and Scavenger in robot modes. So that's that's what could be in there. These two are both the same, so they have the same chances of having either a special Bumblebee or a special Coronation Starscream. This is bad comedy. Special Galaxy-type Shattered Glass Bumblebee, Special Galaxy-type Starscream, a Golden Soundwave, IDW Ultra Magnus, so it's just a white Optimus Prime, Shattered Glass Ironhide, a Vehicle Mode Bumblebee, Bone Crusher, Inferno, or Hook, and then robot modes of Bumblebee, Starscream, Bone Crusher, Wheeljack, or Inferno. So we'll start with these, and then we'll do the sort of larger, kind of normal-sized Blokees. So starting off with Galaxy version Defender. If it's another Optimus Prime, I'm going to fucking shit my pants. Because these things are worth £3 and it costs £3 to post them. So it'll be costing me more to get a replacement from someone than it would be to buy a new one. So I think when I opened the Optimus Prime. Oh no, sorry, I was thinking of see, look, that's showing how to assemble Thundercracker. Whether that means it's going to be Thundercracker, I don't know. There's only one way to find out. It is Thundercracker. Nice. Okay, so that was a bit of a giveaway. Or it's just coincidence that Thundercracker is like the example, and I ended up with Thundercracker. Blind boxes? Yes, Gregory, blind boxes. I've got another 3 to get through. Gregory, did you miss the assemblage? I can present the fruits of your labour again if you like. See if I can figure this out. I mean, this bit looks straightforward enough. Just his jetpack. We'll do the head later. Put the legs together. Yep, easy. And then a foot. Yeah, honestly, these I never really did model kits before. But these blind boxed model kits that Blokees do for Transformers are addictive as hell. They are great fun. Now, which bits are meant to be the leg and which bits are meant to be the... Oh, I think this goes on the back. Oh, no, that goes on his front, sorry. Nice. Okay. waste. You did, unfortunately. You did miss it. Okay, fine. This is what has become of your 3D printed part. Fits perfectly. Rotates just fine here. The bit I was worried about was the abdominal crunch. I managed to move it a couple of ratchets, but it was fine. It hasn't come apart. There is a little bit of wiggle there, but I don't know if that's some clearance issues with the part. But I can... Oh, there we go. But it does take the weight. I'm obviously not gonna mess with it. I said earlier that it's done what I needed it to. It's allowed me to assemble this guy back together, and I should be able to convert him from this to vehicle mode with no trouble. So, yeah. Good news, basically. I will be treating it with utmost reverence and care going forward. But thank you very much, Gregory, for all your hard work on that. It has worked a treat. I can loosen those 2 screws I showed you to reduce the resistance to the crunch. Ah, right, okay, cool. Good to know. I never really used that anyway, personally, like back when the figure was not fucked. Not slightly as fucked now, I mean pre-fucked. But that is good to know, yeah. I'm just kind of... I never put too much force on the Transformers anyway, if I can help it. But I'm scared to kind of mess about with it too much. I'm just glad it's back together again, so I can actually, you know, put it where it belongs in the collection. Words are hard. Okay, I think this is the upper leg, because the upper arm obviously has the bit to fit the null ray on. There we go. So we'll attach those here. Again, we are getting a very adorable little robot dude here. Let's put an arm together. Oh, I see. Had it the wrong way around. Praises were sung. They were indeed. Proper hymnal stuff. It was like a church. It was like a good... It was the good Christian stream that I always give. Okay, and then the Ed. Which way around does this go? That way? No, this way? No, I was right the first time. It just wanted to fall out like a bitch. Wait, no. I put it in upside down. I was the bitch. There we go. There we are. A very adorable Thundercracker. And yeah, there he is next to Optimus Prime. These are gonna look great together. Oh god, it's down there. This is very intense music for something so cute. Oh dear. I'm just going to go ahead and hit skip. Apologies if you're enjoying that. It was hard to test the crunch mechanism because you had no leverage on the tiny part I made, but it should hold up. It has some secret metal pins hidden inside to increase strength. Epic. Yes, good. I knew that worked in theory. I have not been very good at implementing that sort of thing before. So there's a transformer I used to have. It was basically a version of Swindle, and I had a different combiner that turned into Bruticus. And that version of Swindle the shoulders sheared off at one point, and I could see how I wanted it to fix, and I thought, oh well, there's enough room on either pieces of plastic that is separated. If I put like a metal pin in there, I could glue it back together, and that would be some extra support. It looked absolutely fucking terrible. I was not good at that shit, but I had the right idea, you know. Maybe I would do it better now. This was like, geez, could even be 10 years ago at this point. So yeah, shame about that, but this has worked a treat. And Gregory, if there are metal pins in there, then I probably have no, I shouldn't have any concerns that I said I had earlier. Words are hard. Words are hard. Right, cool. One down. 2 more Defender versions to go. Let's see who this one's going to be. I also wonder if this one will have a set of instructions in there that will spoil who it is. Not all of them spoil who it... Oh, this one had silica gel in it. I'm pretty sure the other one didn't. Oh my god, what are you caught on? Get out there. Okay, that was a mess, but sure. It's Inferno, by the looks of it. Yep, the instructions spoil it. It's more fun when you don't know what it is until you open the bag, but... There we are. Inferno. It looks like it's Inferno robot mode as well. There was I got a snack. The silica gel. Yeah, if I wanted to be thirsty for like 3 days straight. Maybe. I put it in upside down. I was the bitch. Correct. Oh wow, yeah, Inferno's got the... Oh man, they've incorporated the ladder for his fire truck mode with the back of his head. Nice. Very clever. Let's put the body together. Yep, there we are. That is the head. Those are the eyes. The waist is here. God, such tiny little details. Look at that really small Autobot badge in the middle there. They're going to start putting the wrong instructions in boxes to fool you. And then you can't put it together. Thankfully, they are simple enough to... You can figure it out for yourself, especially if you've done a few already. But yeah. Yeah, they should. Want the instructions for the correct figure? You'll just have to buy more. Which I wouldn't be mad at, to be honest. Like, the interest in the Blokees model kits was contagious, and that's the only reason I started getting them. And, you know, for these ones, at £3 a pop, you can't really go wrong with that. Their bundles are fun, and they make great little display pieces. They're really expressive, considering they've got not many parts. Excessive use of ball joints to get some good poses out of them as well. And like, I don't care that they don't transform, because, you know, you have the fun of assembling them and having them all on display as a little row, you know, in a little row. Right, there we go. Legs and body. That is the back of the head, which means that goes with that as well. So now we do the arms. There we go, and let's give him a little water pistol. So this assembles on the back like that. That goes in there like that, and that goes on the back like that, and then the head goes on. Ah, it's so adorable! Look at that. And then there's the ladder poking down the back. Ah, what a cool guy. They're all really cool. And again, there's Optimus Prime. So they're all built to the same scale. Size matters not when it comes to the little blokees like this. That's another cool one. Right, now, this next one is in the same style packaging. So there is a very small chance, but a chance nonetheless, that we get Inferno again. Imagine if that were to occur. Trading my Prime for Bumblebee instructions. God, I can picture it happening. I'm not digging this music either. Ah, much better. See, I've got a extended playlist of Harris Heller. Chibibot, very Chibibot. But it's using like all of Harris Heller's like back catalogue, so there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been in the playlist that I've listened to previously. Right, you know what? I'm not going to look at the instructions. I'm not going to look at this card, whatever it says. Megatron's music. Do you think we can manifest Megatron? God. Oh, fuck me. Open. Fucker. Oh, there we go. I should have just tore it. Okay, who have we got? It is all on the floor. Oh, it's Wheeljack. Sick. I recognised his face. Right, I suppose I better get that piece that fell on the floor. I got it, it's fine. Ugh. A difficult bag, it's Megatron. No, it's a difficult bag. Wheeljack is inventing something. Yep, there he is. Alright. Oh, and they've got room for his shoulder cannon as well. Very good. So because of the decorations, there will actually be a difference between left leg and right leg, and this is his left leg. So I've got to rotate that around. Oh, no, I had it right the first time. The green strip sits on the outside of the leg. So that will be his right leg. This will be the left leg. There we go. Cool. You can hold a little pew pew as well. And then we put this on there. Shoulder cannon, and then the head. Haha. There he is. Wheeljack. There you go, 4 little tinies. 1 Decepticon, 3 Autobots. Woohoo! But we're not done with the Blokees. There's still 1 more. Oh my god. Incredible. So the transformer that I was so busily repairing at the start of the stream just got yanked to the floor by my headphone cable because my headphone cable can't fit affix to anything at this distance. I'm hoping when we move, when Hannah and I move, I will once again have a different desk setup. And hopefully it'll be better. Hopefully it'll be the best one yet, but for now there's still these little annoying things going on, like the distance between the transform setup and this. Oh, I don't know. Thank you, Seribot. Very, very kind of you to do that. Where did I put the Blokees? Here it is. Right. Here we go. So, I picked this one in particular because I'm hoping that I can get the Ultra Magnus. But there's a lot of cool guys in here anyway. You've got Snarl, both dinosaur and robot mode. You've got Smokescreen, Nemesis Prime. There's Tarn. I actually already have Tarn in my collection, so hopefully not that one, but if it is, we'll have to deal with it. There's a secret version of Shockwave, a regular version of Shockwave, and then you've got Scrapper or Hook from the Constructicons. Let's see who this is going to be. Oh my god, I wish these were easier to open. Now, if these instructions are to be believed, then we have... Oh, well, see, look. It's the instructions for Snarl, both as a dino and a robot. And then on the back, you've got your Ultra Magnus bits, your Constructicon bits, and the Tarn bits. So, yeah, these are the instructions where it doesn't necessarily mean that's the figure you've got. Although the ones for Snarl were quite intensive, so maybe I do have Snarl after all. But here's your standard bits. So you got some blue hands. Interesting. That could actually help narrow it down because not all of them have blue hands. I don't think that would make it Ultra Magnus because his hands are white. Yeah, and it's not Tarn, thankfully, because his hands are purple. I've already forgotten who else is on the thing. Oh shit, no, okay. It might be Smokescreen. But let's stop speculating and start building. It is Smokescreen! Hey! I like Smokescreen. He's one of the Datsun Bros. I don't think he has his own special instructions. Oh no, he does. Just showing you where to put his door wings and his shoulder cannons, but those are easy enough to figure out. Wicked! Smokescreen. I lost out on Ultra Magnus. I'll have to just simply get more in the hopes of getting an Ultra Magnus. Okay. Obviously larger pieces for this Blokees. Interesting colours. Not at all like the version I have. Sorry, the Masterpiece version I have. There you go, there's the upper leg. Oh, I've got to put these joints together. You like to smokescreen too. Blaze it, am I right? Oh, shit, there we go. Right, there we go. There we go. There's one leg. Oh, that's as far as that goes. Okay. Some unnecessary force there. That's how you get piles. Yeah, that one. Huh. There we go. Okay, we've got a couple of legs. Here's the hoist. God, the colours really are not at all what I expected for Smokescreen. Is it like a specific version of Smokescreen? No, it just says Smokescreen. Okay, fine. Like my Masterpiece version certainly doesn't have white legs, and he doesn't have these like little decals on his crotch. Oh well. These aren't complaints, they're just observations. Right, now to put the upper body together. Although that ain't right. Oh, that's right, they've got to go over this. There. In fact, I actually should put these shoulder pieces on first. And these make the elbows. There we go. Nice. Oops. That obviously wasn't in there all the way. There we go. There's an arm. Oops. These aren't complaints, just observations. Then let's give him some handies. We'll go with the standard fists. And we can give him a weapon as well. Okay, now we have these. Oh, to be fair, I do have I've got Blue Streak in my Blokees collection as well, so this assembles pretty much identically to that. They're just some slight modifications on the pieces and different colours used. doors on the back. Kind of have them at a funky angle to make them a bit more expressive. And then the head. There we are, and that bit is a spare. Let's get him mounted. There we have Smokescreen. Ta-da! Can't really see him very well because the ring light is dog shit. I've only got one and I can't really bring it any further forward because it interacts with the microphone, but you get the idea of it. And then he just comes with a spare, like, Autobot Decepticon thing. Not really sure they have a use, but they're with it. Spare hands in there. And instructions. Cool. And that concludes the Blokees section of the Transformers stream. I think next we will have a look at the plushie. This was free. I got to the till at the Transformers store in Battersea, and they said, "Oh, you spent this amount. If you spend this amount, you'll get one of these for free." And it was only like an extra £5, so I got a couple of those extra Defender class Blokees. And I got this for free. They're obviously trying to get rid of them because this was £10, reduced to £6, and then I ended up getting mine for free. So I don't think there's much to it. It's just a little plushie of Optimus Prime with like a cross-section decoration on him. So let's just take a quick look. What is he attached to? Don't just want to yank him out in case I hurt his stitching. Call him Prime Basic. I think they were. What are you attached to? Is he tied down? Oh, I see. Hang on. That was it. And of course I don't have anything nearby to cut them with, so let me quickly get some skizzors. Oh, well, I'm going to need scissors for the other things anyway. Ugh. BDSM Prime. Jeez. Oh my god, on the back of the head as well, is it? Yeah. There we go. Ah. Well, there you go. The inner box art kind of shows it off as well. Very cute. Can't. Oh, there you go. He can stand on his own. Where's the Megatron plushie with a whip? In a different box. Wow. It was free, which is why I didn't reject it, but I can see why they were trying to get rid of these. I can see why they didn't sell very well. But you know what? It'll look fun sitting on a shelf. Maybe I'll even put him back in the box as like a box display. Although it won't be mint in box, obviously. Or he'll just sit on my pillow every night. I don't know. We'll see. This is also just a safe place to put him until the move. So, there we go. That was DZNR, Collectible Designer Plush Toy. Optimus Prime What's Inside Edition. 01. Prime wants you to get this thing for free. Chibi Prime. Yeah. Yumi brings you an exciting range of collectibles that celebrate all your favourite characters as plush. These collectibles use graphic prints to achieve a unique and attractive look. Not attractive enough if they were giving them away for free. But here we go. That's just a little bit of fun. I ain't mad. The Megatron one is $55 on Amazon. Jesus! Well, you heard it here first, people. You want one of those on the cheap? Transformers store in Battersea. Although you do have to spend 40 quid to get one, though. For free, I mean. Okay. Now we move on to the 3 new figures that I bought from... one from the Transformers store, one from... 2 from Forbidden Planet. We're going to start with this. This is Universal Studios Singapore exclusive Deluxe class Optimus Prime. Allegedly Revenge of the Fallen. The chest design is from Dark of the Moon. But I think that's because when... Wait, no. When did Universal Studios open? I can't remember what year. Well, basically, I think when... So this design was used for Transformers The Dark of the Moon, but as a tie-in for Revenge of the Fallen, that's when they did Transformers 3D The Ride, I think. And that's why it's got the Dark of the Moon design, because this came later. But of that era, they had like a mech tech thing where the weapon would like spring load into something else. But you know, it's an Optimus Prime. I don't have. It's an exclusive from Universal Studios. So when am I? You know, am I ever going to go to Universal Studios Singapore? Don't know. So you know, I made the choice and I got it. Plus, I don't have an Optimus Prime from the movie series that turns into this long Peterbilt design. I think the closest thing I have is the Wei Zhang Optimus Prime that we saw yesterday. But even then, that's a knockoff, and it turns into a truck that we didn't see for very long. There we go. So the reason I think it was in the Transformers store in Battersea is because, well, for one thing, it's a design from 2011. It's 14 years old. Excuse me. So it's not exactly current. So I think that the Universal Studios stock, they just wanted to get rid of it. So they passed it on to a Transformers store, where they can say, "Oh yes, it's exclusive. It's come all the way from Singapore. That'll be £24." And I said, "You got a deal. It's an Optimus Prime. I ain't mad." There you go. There's the little mech tech weapon. I used to have a Bumblebee mech tech, and how this works is you just activate something on the weapon, and it turns it into a melee weapon that doesn't lock into place. So Optimus will have to just shoot things, and then briefly knock them in the head with this before having to let go and spring it back. It's an interesting gimmick, I suppose. Not the best. That is all of it. Nice. God, he really is leggy, isn't he? Oh, leggy and back heavy. Come on, stand up straight for the audience. Oh my god. Fine, just fall over. Okay. Wait, where are the instructions? There we go. Alright, here he is. It's just a little small-scale movie Optimus Prime. Again, kind of Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon inspired. I think the only difference I can remember is they kind of gave him these mechanical abs. But that's it, really. Kind of a loose swivel on this arm. That's fine. The head is wanting to poke up and down a bit. Hell of a backpack. That's like the entire front of the truck on the back there. But it is a deluxe class, so it does have to be basic. Okay, does he have like a heel? Because he does not want to stand up straight. Okay, that'll do. I suppose you could use it as a fan. Oh, it's very hot today. Or you can slap people with it. Yeah, the mech tech kind of just felt cumbersome to me. Also impractical, the fact that you can do that, but you can't lock it in place and give him a melee weapon. If you could, that would have been really cool. I guess you could mount it on his shoulder. Yeah, not very well, but it does stay there. Okay. Yeah, the parts feel a little bit loose, but again, with this being from 2011, I don't know like what the degradation is like. Obviously, it wouldn't have seen any play because it was, you know, sealed. But the parts may have just become loose over time. Or it's just how the design was. Michael Bay did not grace us with the simple Transformers designs of old, but rather these overcomplicated messes of CGI and mechanical parts. But we'll take a look at what posability we have available. The head rotates. Can't really look up and down. And again, there's kind of some loose sort of chest movement there. Double elbow joint, I think mostly for transformation, but it's cool that it's there. Upper arm swivel. Some shoulder movement, which is it's like loose but tight at the same time. And moving it is wanting to pull this chest piece apart as well. These shoulder pieces move up, so you can move his arm all the way up there. There is no waist swivel. Looks like that's all locked in because of the transformation. The hips are on a ball joint, and yeah, you can kind of see they're kind of loose. That's enough dancing, Prime. He does. He's got an okay spread. In terms of knee joint, that's quite tight. Friction joint there. Just slightly over 90 degrees. And he does have a toe swivel, so you can kind of get those spread poses somewhat. But because that compromises the heels, he is prone to falling backwards like that. That's it. Honestly, I think they've done the best they can with a deluxe size figure. I think it probably served as a great souvenir at Universal Studios. You know, keeps the kids happy, doesn't it? But again, it's a version of Optimus Prime I don't have. So I'm more than happy to have it in my collection. Let's now turn him into a truck. Oh, this looks very simple. So, what we got? Is this on the back, is it? Oh, no, you gotta... Push the head down? Oh my god, you push the head down and close that over it. That's pretty fun. Hang on. Let's see if that... Ah, his head doesn't pop up. You got to use a lever at the back, I think. Oh, yeah, there we go. Wait, let's see that again. In you go. That's locked into place. We close that up. Me when I join a robo stream and it's on just kissing. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, happy to see you. How you doing, son? Welcome. These are the Transformers I mentioned when you asked me, have I got any Transformers recently? The answer is, well, one of them is what you see before you. Okay, yeah, that bit's done. I folded this down. Next, rotate these this way. All the way that way? What about the arms? Oh, then it's... Okay. Then we fold the arms up. That can't be right. Hang on. This whole bit needs to rotate round, otherwise the truck doesn't... There we go. Okay, I think we're there. Or not. I should really be paying attention to the instructions, but this bit looked really straightforward, so I thought I would just do it. There we go. Okay, yeah, I really skipped ahead there. Let's look at the feet. Let's look at the feet. Howdy, the ones that do the poppin' are the coolest. Hell yeah. What's poppin'? Poppers. Poppers are poppin'. Popper's gonna pop. Ugh. Are you and the boys playing Peak again this evening by any chance, Jim? Maybe I'll come say hello. Right, good. I figured out the whole chest section myself. It's just the feet I've got to look at now. So you rotate these and fold these all the way around like that. Wait, is it? No, that is right. There's just a bit of resistance there. Okay. Then the legs fold up like this. Right, we're there. I skipped a few steps because I'm a blithering idiot, but this is the finished product. And not all the wheels are touching the ground, which is concerning, but never mind. And then the mech tech can either go on the back, I think. Okay, it doesn't really sit there easily, if at all. I'd much prefer the storage to be there than here, because this is just obscene. I mean, if it's the only place it will go, then sure, but this looks more natural. I mean, when I push it in there, there's a little bit of resistance, and it feels like it should sit in there tightly, but yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But as far as you know, deluxe class and deluxe scale vehicle modes go, oh, there we go. All the wheels are touching now. That's not bad. It's not a bad truck mode. It looks the part. The only robot mode you can see is just the legs, really. I think this part, whatever this bit's called, looks okay as well. And honestly, it rolls pretty good as well. Not the worst alt mode in the world. And a pretty fun transformation. The head springing up like that. That was a nice surprise. Wasn't expecting that. Well, yeah, there we go. There's the Universal Studios exclusive Optimus Prime. 1 down, 2 to go. Right, which one am I most excited about? I think I'm most excited about Sky-Byte, because he turns into a shark. Spoilers. So we're going to bring out Alchemist Prime. And to remind ourselves where we are with the age of the Primes, the 13, we have Primer Prime, Megatronus, or the Fallen, or Megatronus Prime, if you will. And then we have Solus Prime. I had to think then. Alchemist Prime does have a blurb. Let me try and find it on the TF Wiki. Okay, so Alchemist Prime is a prime, but is also known as Macadam. The Little Seen Macadam, is the owner of Macadam's Old Oil House, the most popular dive bar on Iacon's Lower East Side. The burly bot occasionally tends the bar himself and keeps 2 ironclad rules. Anyone who pays can drink, and no fights. No fighting. Rumours swirl around Macadam, being between his establishment's prematurely pure oil and his deft ability to extricate he and his from the turmoil outside. The mundane, that he's older than he looks, that no one has ever seen his alt mode, that he's the little brother of the high muckety-muck across the town Alpha Trion. The fantastical rumours, he was once a prime, he is a prime. That his bar somehow straddles dimensions, maybe even the realm of the dead. His signature spectacles have mysterious powers that let him see right through your spark. The outlandish rumour that he's really Alchemist Prime, 6th of the primordial 13, a demigod with dominion over the elements, who was one of the few of the Cybertronian pantheon who chose to walk among mortals when the rest receded into myth. How much of that is true? Some of it? All of it? Maybe sit down and buy a drink first before you start asking personal questions, pal. That is the witty TF Wiki blurb for Macadam, aka Age of the Primes Alchemist Prime. A god owns a bar, seem legit. Yep. Yeah, I kind of like that about him. When he was done being a prime, he went to run a bar. There we go. And then there's the instructions, which which I think I caught on something. Oh yeah, there we go. And then that's just the usual guff. Instructions, let's set him free. Oh, there's a few more there. All we have is accessories. Oops. It's the usual business of the accessories being locked into rolled up paper. I mean, at least it's recyclable, right? Okay, there we go. So there's a couple of deep cuts. I mean, pun not intended, but these are described as blades. A couple of deep cuts about these. They share some symbols on them. Or they have some symbols on them, rather. I don't know how well they're showing up. There's a symbol here, here, and here. Possibly one there as well. One of them is the insignia of Unicron. Kind of adding to the deep ancestral lore of Transformers there. If I go to the toy tab here. He is equipped with his lenses, which can be wielded together as a massive pair of goggles, or separately as a set of blades. One of the lenses bears his personal emblem and the ancient Autobot symbol first seen in the 5 Faces of Darkness Part 4. That could be this one. While the other has the insignia of Unicron as first seen on Beast Wars Neo's Blentrons. So that is a really deep cut. And I think that could be this one. It's another weird song, I'm skipping it. Maybe I'm being picky. Maybe I just want to have a chill time. Maybe both. Alright. Alchemist Prime then. Here he is. He's just a little chunky dude who turns into like a Cybertronian all-terrain vehicle, SUV kind of thing. He does have a bit of a slouch. His head kind of juts forward. But he looks great. He looks like he should turn into like a World War II military vehicle. That's the vibes I'm getting from it. Like with the big wheels and the dark green. He's also rocking a killer moustache. Check that out. That is an actual sculpted moustache in his face. And a little beard as well, a little goatee. You see that? Oh yes, you like my moustache? Why do I sound like Sean Connery? God, the difference in quality from this to this, considering these are both deluxe class figures, it's astounding. This feels so much better in hand than the Optimus Prime did. I think it's because Hasbro kind of took a less is more approach. Although saying that, fucking Megatronus with his umpteen different accessories. But I mean, the transformation and the design. Like, we're not interested in special gimmicks, like spring-loaded bits or whatever. We're just interested in, you know, something to hold and something to turn into, and a place to put all those accessories it comes with. That's all we need. He feels really fun in hand. Looks like a little storage port there. I don't know if this can actually fit. Oh, yes, it can. So if we put these together, like so, then this can just... Well, it was implied that he could sit on his back. It's not actually fitting into place, though, because of that windscreen. That's a shame. But they can go on his shoulder. I think he can also hold them like this. Ooh, no wrist swivel. Okay, fine. So because they're his lenses, this is how he looks through them. Hello, Pagan. Guess my new purchases came. Oh well, yeah. I purchased these myself from stores. There is another package on the way, so I have ordered some. There will be a Transformer stream for those when it arrives. These are different. These were bought over the weekend. Good. Yeah, the TF Wiki didn't really tell me what Alchemist Prime is the prime of. So, like, you know, Primer Prime is the first Transformer, according to the TF Wiki. He's like a warrior and the first wielder of the Matrix. Megatronus is like a warrior as well, but kind of like fiery and powerful. Solus Prime is like the creator, like the maker of things. I should try and find out what the primes each represent, and maybe when the next Age of the Prime stuff comes through, we can go through that. So Onyx Prime is released, and and Onyx is really cool. Can't get that one just yet, but I would really like it. But they have also recently announced Amalgamus Prime, who is the Transformers god of transforming, which is awesome. Really wacky design there as well. Quintus Prime has also been announced, who also looks super weird, which I really like. That's something that Sixo said recently, is that Transformers are getting weird, and it's great. Right, so I've already talked about how good Alchemist feels in hand. Big clompy feet as well, look at that. His head can kind of look to the side, not all the way around, because his chin kind of hits his own neck, if that makes sense. He can't really look up that far either. I love his goggles though, and there's a nice shine on his eyes, like kind of looking like these are actual goggles, you know, when the reflective surface on the glass. 90-degree elbow bend. Shoulder can swing in and out and go all the way around. As I mentioned before, there's no wrist swivel, but you can just bend the hands in like that. There's a bit of resistance there, and they kind of pop back out again, so I'm not sure if they're meant to fold in that far. Yeah, we'll look at the transformation. He has a waist swivel. Ball-jointed hips. An amazing spread. 90-degree knee bend. Feet are on a ankle, oh yeah. So they can kind of dip, but that's mostly because of transformation by the looks of it. And there's like a sideways ankle tilt as well. So I'm not going to show all the Prime figures in vehicle mode together. Maybe I'll save that for off-stream Discord pictures or something. But we'll plug that in there. But here is Alchemist Prime with his other Prime counterparts. So again, there's Solus, Megatronus there, and then there's Primer. It is going to be great when all the 13 Primes are together. They're so each of them are so unique. It's going to be really exciting to see them all together. Right, now let's turn Alchemist into a little car. Yeah, the first part of the instructions just shows us what to do with these. Okay. Chest cavity comes down, and the head ducks in. You can see why Tin plays God of War so much. It's a big game. It is a big game. I have still yet to play it. Right, rotate that around. And then we've got these pieces. Oh, no, we're holding it this way now. And these bits open out like that. Fold the feet up. Lock the legs together. Like so. Oh, I think it's raining outside. I can just hear the pitter-patter of rain against the window. Good. I want some nice cold rain to clear out the humidity. Rotate the arms up. Yeah, see, it says to fold the hands in, but that's as far as they go. They really don't want to fold in any further, so I'll leave it like that. Yeah, I don't know why the instructions are telling you to fold the hands down so far. Then this comes down like that. These rotate on some nice clippy joints there. And the arms. Wait, no. Yeah, like that, okay. Bend these at the knee. And then we bring these round to meet in the middle. Like that. Hold this up. There's some resistance there, which I don't like. Pull this apart again. Ooh, come on. There we go. So you... Yeah, so they come together there. That's good. Okay, there we go. And then the windscreen is on a double hinge and just goes back like that. Why you need a windscreen when you're on Cybertron and there's no small creature to kind of climb inside you, which sounds weird. But again, I've kind of theorized before that the windscreen equivalent just acts as a visual aid when they're in their vehicle form. But, I mean, that's a very futuristic Earth looking, and yet, you know, I guess it's still pretty Cybertronian, little armoured car thing. And then again, we can put the lenses on the top. I guess we can put them side by side. Do they have the right clearance for that? Yes, they do. So you can kind of have some pew-pews on top. Seen the guys on social media, it was raining, and due to us not having much rain, they went out in their swimming trunks and hoped on getting a shower by the cars and the big puddles. Brilliant. I cannot blame them. Certainly would have been good in the heatwave the other week. Yeah. Great little 4x4. Really, again, feels quite chunky in hand as a robot, as well as a robot, as a car, as well as a robot. Again, a very distinct look. Like, this is a vehicle mode, not like completely unlike these three. I think the closest similarity is with Primer Prime, but even then, like, they won't look the same. They're yeah, sure, they're both like armored car, like off-road things, but they're both unique enough to be distinct from each other. Yeah, this is the kind of Transformer where The transformation is simple enough that it's like a fiddle transformation. You know, like you're in a meeting, oh, pick up Alchemist Prime, turn him into a car, to a robot, or whatever, and then pretend like you were listening the whole time. So there he is. Great. I really enjoy that. So I'll put that over there with Optimus Prime. Let's put the other primes away now. We've seen them with Alchemist. We don't need to see them anymore. But what we do want to see is Sky-Byte, who turns into a shark. Deep within Sky-Byte beats the spark of a poet, a scholar, a brilliant and cultured military general who can command armies capable of conquering worlds. But without aptitude and patience, that means jack squat, and Sky-Byte lacks both. Still, he soldiers on, for he is driven by a desperate need for approval. He needs the blessings of his commander Megatron, quite possibly more than he needs Energon. And Megatron, being Megatron, doesn't dole out praise much, so Sky-Byte tries harder and harder, getting more and more desperate. This drive is the root of all his problems. He's actually quite intelligent and physically powerful, but he pushes himself to extremes to impress his leader. When he's in control of a situation, he's a deadly, effective foe. But as soon as the situation begins to slip even the smallest bit, he starts to panic, and usually ends up doing something to mess things up, and lose the upper hand. Which makes him panic more, so he overreacts, and gets in more trouble, etc, etc. It doesn't help that while he's ruthless towards Autobots, humans seem quite safe from his ire. Maybe he sees a little something of himself in these underdogs. After all, they developed his new favourite form of expression, the haiku, and they do seem rather impressed by him. Sky-Byte is in charge of the Predacon lackeys Darkscream, Gas Skunk, and Slapper. Not that they give him any modicum of respect. In fact, they're more likely to try and shuffle the blame for their failures onto the shark, a gambit that's actually moderately successful, since Sky-Byte is so very good at making things worse for himself. He has a hate-hate relationship with the new Decepticons, especially Scourge, whom he sees, rightly, as being a huge threat to his position as Megatron's second-in-command. Poor frustrated shark. Megatron is a dumbass. Why do you bother? And then he's quoted as saying his catchphrase from the Robots in Disguise cartoon, "Who's the baddest shark around? Who's the smartest shark in town? Sky-Byte, that's me. Who'll drive Scourge into the ground and never let old Megatron down? Sky-Byte, that's me." It's really funny in the cartoon. Sky-Byte is definitely there for comic relief. And yeah, when I saw that he was going to get an Age of the Primes figure, I was like, hell yeah, give me some of that. I think he did see a Generations release as well, so he has been seen post 2001. But I mean, this one is going to have all the stuff I like about the like the Alchemist Prime figure. But he turns into a fucking shark rather than a vehicle. So I guess you could say he's a beast former, but it's kind of different because, you know, it's like a Cybertronian shark. There's nothing organic about his alt mode at all. Right, I've got the instructions. Oh, interesting. I like how his fins there are on a sprue. God, half his shark mode is like just loose. Not attached to him, I mean. Alright, we'll get those in a bit. Stuck to the cardboard, or are you stuck to something else? No, there we go. I'll tidy up the rest of the robot mode in a second. Let's just finish getting out everything else. I've got this little doohickey. And then There we go. And then we've got these pieces. Got these little plastic sprue things will be the death of me. Okay. So we got this, we got this. We got the figure, we got these, and we got this. So let's have a quick look at the instructions and see where all these loose pieces go, because I'm not entirely sure. Okay. So because of his shark form, he does have a wacky kind of claw arm. Big old fingers like that. These pieces go on the side of here, but it doesn't show which way they have to face. Okay, I think this one goes here. That took some figuring out. There we go. And then this bit here. So Sky-Byte is almost a shell former. Like these large panels on his shoulders are very much like the streamlined body of the shark, and they'll probably just clasp around him when he transforms. But I don't mind. It's a cool look. He's a cool looking shark. I love the fin being part of his head. Excuse me. Right, and these have a couple of options. Whoops. Drunk. So it says to start with, these can just peg into here. He's kind of collapsing in on himself. I wonder if this... Yeah, I don't know if these are just loose panels or if I've dislodged something in getting him out of the box. Yeah, there are some tabs on his back. Right, that's locked in there. Good. Okay. Yeah, there are some tabs in here, either side of the shark head, and that holds these grey pieces in. But at the moment, it's just finding the right angle to get them to stay put. Maybe that's it. Well, anyway, you get the idea. Sky-Byte looking fucking awesome. He's got an excellent snarl carved into his head. His face, sorry. Which we'll look at in a second. And he can hold his little missile pod thing here. Or can he? No, I think he can. I think this is just being a bit stubborn. Hold it, you bitch! Okay, it's very tight, but he's kind of loosely gripping it there. Alright, well here's Sky-Byte as a robot. Long, slender legs there. Excellent use of ankle tilt. These bits concern me. These are like these kind of flappy bits on his arm. Like, I don't know, I can see those snapping off with the wrong impact. I'll just have to be careful, I guess. They do feel pretty rigid, to be fair. So maybe I'm just worried over nothing. I love the claw arm. You got some kind of optional posability there. He can kind of grip things. You've got these kind of side fins as well. I think it kind of looks better that way. Loving the chest design. I like the kind of matte finish on the purple spark there. The asymmetry on here as well. This kind of makes me think of Black Manta from the Aquaman comics. The big red eyes and such. And of course the head. He's kind of too tall for me to show off the head. Let me just put his legs down and bring him this way. There we go. So he's got this really big, majestic crest from the mechanical shark fin. And he does have that kind of look on his face, which I love. Yeah, oh my god, he does look great. The colours are excellent. Blue and white, kind of repping the Robo colours there. He's actually a little bit more on the purple side, but I think it might just be the lighting from my ring light. He is blue. Blue and white is the Sky-Byte colour. Posability. He obviously has shoulder movement up and down. That bit kind of locks in there. So his actual shoulder movement is that, but it's very tight. So if I want to move his arm up, that mechanism is going up with it. So you have to make sure that it's held in and then move the arm up like that. Elbow swivel, that's also pretty tight. Ugh, Jesus. Arm, hand swivel, but kind of like literally on the wrist. And then he gets a little bit of a wrist fold in like that as well. This arm kind of has similar posability to this arm, but again, not much in the way of wrist, of fingers, sorry. Just a claw hand, which does rotate though, so I guess he technically does have a wrist swivel. These big shoulder panels can move to allow more arm movement as well. Waist rotation is there, yeah. That's surprising, because there's a lot of stuff. The back is doing a lot of work to hold like most of the shark together. So it's kind of good that it doesn't invade with the front of the robot. Yep, kind of ratcheted hips going out to the side. Friction joints going backwards and forwards. He has a supreme spread. Good on you, Sky-Byte. A knee bend. Again, just kind of over 90 degrees there. This bit bends as well, though, so broken leg. And we've seen earlier he's got some ankle tilt. Some serious ankle tilt. No foot tilt, but he does bend his feet down like that. Which I've just discovered are the lower parts of the jaw, because there's teeth on his toes. So yeah, Sky-Byte, looking pretty awesome as a robot. So these fins that were loose out of the box, one of the things it shows that you can do with it is kind of give him a dual-wielded kind of melee weapon here. That kind of makes it look like the Daedric Crescent from Elder Scrolls. God, the top of his hand, a real bitch to get things into. And I can see why. There's a very small bit of white moulded plastic stuck inside his hand. God knows how I'm going to get that out. Need to like gouge it with something. I think I might have done it. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. So yeah, you can kind of just stick those into both hands and have them hold that, but whatever. I want to see a shark, so let's get him transformed. Calling it now, I think he will have a lot more steps than Alchemist Prime did. But then Sky-Byte is Voyager class, so yeah. Shark! Wonderfully timed space, thank you. Okay. I actually just learned that this has an optional storage mode under the jaw, but we'll worry about that later. Okay. So, first thing it says is to fold these up, which I've done. Lift these up and rotate them that way. Okay. And then move this whole assembly kind of that way. Yeah, okay. Oh God. See, this bit looks like it wants to move. But I don't know if it's rubbing against something. Oh, okay. Maybe like that. All right, fine. We've got that back to that bit down there. And then this arm up and over like that. Oh, and that's on a sliding joint as well, so it slides backwards. Okay. And then rotate that. This arm out to the side. Oh, I guess this is... No, 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 don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun. Ask and ye shall receive. Very nicely done. Oh, okay, yeah, rotate this. But that way. Up. And fold the wrist into that cavity on the other arm. Very clever. I like that. That's very good transformation stuff. Oh, is it meant to click into place? Oh, yes. There we go. Rotate these this way. And then here, fold the shark head down like that. These panels now go here. Okay. Yep, that's that bit done. Oops. I think there might have been something on the side that it pegs into, but I didn't spot that. But it's holding steady, so we move on. Down to the feet. They fold down like that. And then this whole section bends like this. And then rotate them at the hip. Or did this have to rotate? Yeah, I think that had to rotate. Okay. No, fucked it. I don't know how I misinterpreted that. That is the correct way they go. Okay. And upon doing that, the feet tab together. Hang on. I can't get as good a purchase on the pieces when it's in front of the camera. There we go. We're getting there. Definitely looking more sharky. I say that, he starts to come apart. Why that? Why did that bit pop out? Oh, come on, what's your problem? And you, fucker. Well, that's a pain in the ass. The slot that this tab needs to go in, I can't actually see it line up. Come on. There we go, that bit's in. And then you are in. Okay, are we almost there? Rotate this around whichever way it will go, hopefully. And then that tabs into the side. Same over here. Ah, there we go. Although we're not quite done. Gotta give him his wheel fins. there is Sky-Byte the shark. A very cool looking shark indeed. Super streamlined. And the way it's designed is that where the elbows met before, in the middle of the body, you can get a bit of tail bend out of them. Both ways. That's very good design. Very good yet simple design. It's only employing the elbow joint of the robot mode. But the way the arms swing up and lock together, their elbow joints work in unison to make the tail slash from side to side. That's pretty fucking awesome. The shark head can get an overbite. Little feature there. So you can kind of have him like that for some reason. But I like that you've kind of got this ridge, almost like an accordion kind of flexing joint. And the lower jaw kind of moves on its own as well, so you can kind of angle the head in different ways but still get like a chomping action. That's really cool. This stores in here like that. Oh! Bit into a missile pod. I'm sure nothing will go wrong with that. What a funky little shark. Look at that. I suppose what I need now is although because his jaw can open, it can be like la la la. Oh, nothing, dear. Just playing with my Transformers. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So if you do move the lower jaw too far up into the upper jaw and you can't get a grip on it, you have the benefit of moving the upper jaw and then you can get to the lower jaw again. Look at that. Thought there was a crow in your game. You were hunting for it. That's the best you're getting from a crow noise from me. Cool. There we go. Sky-Byte. Age of the Primes Sky-Byte, Age of the Primes Alchemist Prime, and the Universal Studios exclusive Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. We're not quite done yet. I will do my usual of converting them all back into their robot modes in the order that we unboxed them in. So we're going to start with Optimus Prime, do Alchemist Prime, and then do Sky-Byte. Ah, you know what I forgot to do? I brought them out especially. You've got Robots in Disguise Sideburn, and of course I've got my Omega Prime, Optimus Prime, and Ultra Magnus as well. So when Sky-Byte is in robot form again, we'll see how they all look together, because they're all from the same series. Anyway. Prime. Of course, then we get the joy of popping the head up. What's the best way to store that? Like that, I guess. Is that right? Oh, no, it's like that because there's a tab up here. No, there isn't. That still looks right though, so we'll roll with that. I suppose if he is a bit back heavy, you do have this to kind of help him balance. So there's Deluxe class, move the Optimus Prime. And then let's get our new friend Alchemist. Yep, that was really easy to do. Alchemist Prime is definitely one of those quick 2-minute, pick it up and transform it while you're waiting for something to load or something. And again, I think he looks really great. He's just a chunky little nerd. But a nerd you don't want to mess with, you know? A nerd that will shove the jock's head up his own ass. Although if it's a jock, the arse is kind of already halfway up there, isn't it? There he is, holding his little... I mean, they say blades. There is like a blade piece on them, but that is mostly a blunt force trauma weapon, if you ask me. Right, God, I feel like I've only just turned him into a shark, but let's turn Sky-Byte back into a robot. I'll see if I can leave these pieces on. Take that bit out as well. There we go. God, that was tight. Head up there, and then this whole section folds down on a separate hinge, and the shark head goes up on its own double joint. Those bits tab in there. And then these tab in there. There we go. I think I figured out the backpack. Yeah, these fins kind of just poke off around the back, but that's fine. That is yeah, I think it was just out of the packaging. That's a much more solid robot mode than it was out of the packaging. Right, so the storage mode for this is allegedly under here. Might have to quickly look at the instructions to see where that was. Or I could have him hold it. Why not? There we go. So there's the trio that we've just unboxed. Sky-Byte takes the prize, followed very closely by Alchemist Prime. The Optimus Prime here, third place, but by quite a distance. But again, it's fun enough. It's got enough redeeming qualities to maintain its position in the collection. You know, if it's a unique Optimus Prime, I'm up for it. Right, as promised, let's just bring out some more of the Robots in Disguise character lineup. So he's very tiny by comparison, but again, Sky-Byte is meant to be on the larger side in the Predacon ranks. There's Sideburn. But then, of course, Sky-Byte is dwarfed by Super Mode Optimus Prime there. And Ultra Magnus. But there we go. So the Robots in Disguise characters growing by quite a high degree there. Got 4 of them now. There is another character. They did there's a character called Toeline from Robots in Disguise who I would like to get. So that would be another one. But there we have it. Sky-Byte, that's me. It's that time again. It's time to... Oh, shall we bring out the... Oh, where are you? There you are. Here's our friend, Optimus Prime. FansHobby Armada version. A bit wobbly because... Well, he's been sitting on his ass for like 2 years. Ah, look at that. He's a great size next to... Oh my god, he's bigger than Robots in Disguise Prime. So there we go. A repair job on Optimus Prime here. Some Blokees unboxings. 3 regular Transformers unboxings. And of course we have... And who could forget? Little Timmy, the plushie Prime. Transform the plushie Prime. I just sit it on the table. Brilliant. It is that time to draw things to a close. I'm just kicking all of the gubbins I've accumulated over the course of the stream. Ugh. Okay. Oh boy, I am thirsty and a little bit hungry. I will find myself a snack. Who's alive currently? Are the J3s live? I suspected they might be because... Oh, ad infinitum. While Jamie is away, spooky games we will play. Interesting. Yeah, I can't not rate the J3s whenever they're live. They were there from the beginning, man. Yep, they are playing a game called Ad Infinitum. I guess it's just a spooky game. Let's go check out what they're doing. GG, thank you, Space. Right, the raid is active. Please copy and paste the raid message into the J3 Boys chat. I will see you in there. I will be live again tomorrow at 7:30 for Aliens Fireteam Elite with J3 Jamie, who is not featured on this J3 Boys stream but is part of the J3 Boys, and Gregory, the 3D printing mastermind who helped me fix this Transformer. will be joining me with that. And hopefully we'll get it finished. We will see. If I do finish it and there's still time left in the stream, I will probably just play some more The Room 2. Anyway, yes, I've talked enough. Thank you for tuning in. This has been 2.5 hours of me playing with plastic crack. And now I will go and do some actual crack. Good night.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's a very serious game about PTSD. And
Yeah.
more.
Oh, well done.
I think that's all of it.
Insert the
I
music
guess
roll. Nice. Oh, good.
Who started screaming? Was it Mother?
But it's all right. There's happy music playing. Nothing bad happens when happy music plays.
I've played my fair share of Klein horror games, and I can tell you, they're not horror. It's fun, good times. I have never pooped myself.